Hey y'all, it's Necey Dixon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, y'all, welcome back. It's been a long Monday. Goodness, it's been a long Monday. I have my glass of wine. Shout out to Carrie in the comment section. You're already here. Let's go ahead and talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all, my plan for today was to go back to back. My plan was to do my back to back lives. So Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Real Housewives of Potomac. I ended up pre-recording Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So that video will be up probably right after this one. But I wanted to go ahead and get Real Housewives of Potomac out the way. I didn't want to have to wait all the way until 7 p.m. or whatever time because I'm already on ready. What's up, Julia? Hey, Ashley and Monique, clink, clink. I need you to get your drink now. It's Monday. I need y'all to go get your drink. And if you don't drink, I need you to get a glass of sparkling water. I need you to get your water. Okay. And it wasn't even like this episode was that deep. But like I always say, when I come on here and talk to y'all about these shows, I'm literally just talking to my friends. And after the day that I have had, y'all need to toast me, okay? I'm not even going to go into details because that's too personal. What? Get a drink for your girl, y'all, okay? Post a champagne flute in the comments if you got one, okay? But y'all, today we're about to review Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 10. This episode was called Goddess of War. I felt like this episode was low-key Gizelle versus everybody. In a way, Gizelle was not going to let anything go. And while y'all know that Gizelle gets on my nerves, I have to say I admire her honesty. I hate those types of icebreaker type games where they want you to, oh, I really, I don't like you, but, I like your eyes. Bitch, if I don't like you, I don't care what your eyes look like. What's up, J-Dub? So I really wasn't here for the camp counselor stuff, but I also have to give Mia a little bit of props, y'all. I thought that Mia was going to get on my nerves more this episode by trying to be a mediator, but she really didn't bother me. She really didn't bother me too much. Y'all let me know in the comments. What did y'all think? And shout out to Carrie and Kenya for meeting me with a glass of wine, glass of champagne, whatever y'all drinking on, okay? So let's go ahead and get to this review, y'all. First, we see Candace versus Ashley, y'all. They start off where we left off last episode. The girls are at Robyn's birthday dinner. Remind y'all, this is when Candace said, you brought your wide forehead, wide face, wide body ass, blah, 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 blah. When she said that, I was like, oh no. But I also was like, I'm here for it. Y'all, I definitely wanted Candace to hold Ashley accountable, but I kind of felt bad when she called her wide body. Like, the girl was 4 weeks postpartum. You couldn't have waited till she was like 3 months out to be like, damn, you sit with your wide body ass. I was like, I don't know, y'all. Carrie, what you talking about? All Karen did was ask a question at the reunion. I feel you on that. I feel you. What's up, Angie? And yes, like the video on the way in. So anyway, like I was saying, Candace ends up not keeping that same energy. And Candace ends up saying immediately in the same conversation at the table, I just want you to know that it had nothing to do with your body. She was like, I really wasn't body shaming. And I kind of understand what Candace means by that. By Candace saying it had nothing to do with your body, I think Candace was saying like she just pulled the shit out of her ass. Basically saying, I don't really think you have a wide body, but I guess that was some type of apology. I was just like, girl, I guess. And this is why, y'all, I'm not mad that Candace turns up on Ashley. I'm mad that she chose the word wide body and it's J-Dub. Candace didn't want to get canceled, okay? You called it. Because in that same response, Ashley said to Candace, Don't put yourself into a hole that you can't get out of. And that was Ashley's way of saying, okay, you want to body shame me? Just wait. Like, if I don't get you, America's going to get you. Twitter's going to get you. Everybody's going to say that you're body shaming me. So all of a sudden, Candace started backtracking. So I'm just like, I just wish you would have chose better language. And that was part of my question last week when we were having a conversation about the show. Why is it that whenever Candace gets into it with Ashley, she always comes for her motherhood? I understand the most common answer. The most common answer is because Ashley embraces her motherhood. All Ashley talks about is her motherhood, as if that relieves her of her messiness. So I get that, right? But I also don't think that's the only reason. I feel like it's something going on with Candace. I don't know if Candace is jealous of Ashley's ability to be so sure about motherhood. I don't know, but that was weird to me. Yeah, I think that she's not necessarily envious of Ashley's life. That would be a reach. I think it's like, I don't know, Candace, do you want to be a mom? Like, is it just that simple? Like, nobody's stopping you from being a mom. I just don't understand why it was all this wide body ass and all this stuff. Y'all, hold on. Give me a hot second. My laptop about to die. Okay, I'm back. So, by me asking that question, what is going on with Candace? It doesn't necessarily require an answer. All I'm saying is there's something going on internally. There's something going on with Candace because y'all know what they say. What Susie says of Sally says more of Susie than it does of Sally. So, what's really going on, Candace? Okay. So, anyway, Mia ends up inviting all of the women to a goddess lunch. I'm like, okay, here we go with these themed lunches where everybody gonna argue. So Mia also, she also I guess carries the message from Karen to Gizelle. And the message was that Karen was willing to accept her apology if all she said was she regretted using the word death. Gizelle says, you can go tell Karen that her and Ray will be dead before I apologize. So, Gizelle, I mean, you know, with this whole situation with Gizelle and Karen, I feel like it's a bunch of petty old shit. So I'm not really mad at Gizelle for saying that because as we talked, y'all, this was like 4 seasons ago. So I kind of like Gizelle would just be like, girl, F you, F what you talking about, okay? While y'all are saying, yes, Gizelle wants to keep the controversy going, Mia should not deliver messages. She shouldn't, but you know, she could have been more annoying. I'm giving Mia grace because I feel like she is more annoying than what she's been giving us this episode. So I'm like, I'll take it. Anyway, y'all, she's been petty and says that Karen and Ray will be dead before she apologizes. So I'm like, all right, whatever. This shit old. So now, y'all, let's move on to the next scene. The next scene, we see Karen, and she is practicing. She says that she's shooting a preliminary video for her Surrey County ambassador stuff. Y'all know Karen be lying, okay? What the people want to know is why are you shooting a Surrey County video in Potomac? And she says, well, this is just, you can just call it a trial run. No, what you're doing is you're shooting a Surrey County video in Potomac. Basically, what they told you, my guess, is you're going to film an intro in a park to where no one can really tell where you are, and then we'll splice in pictures of Surrey County. And that's probably exactly what happened. I saw the official trailer, but I don't know what Surrey County looks like to be able to be like, oh, she was lying or she was in Potomac. So those of you in the comments, y'all are experts. Yes, Karen is my favorite liar. Y'all tell me in the official video, was she in Surrey County or was she in Potomac? Okay. Definitely looked like a trial run. That's the other thing I wanted to call out, y'all. It was bootleg AF. Like the woman said, the wind was in her hair. It just looked very much, it looked vlog. It was giving very much vlog. I've seen better vlogs than that. So it definitely looked like a trial run. The other thing Karen says in her confessional is that, you know, she's proud of where she comes from, how Surrey has a bunch of peanuts and stuff, and that a lot of people don't realize that peanuts actually come in a shell. Now, y'all comment, y'all tell me. This is another thing I need y'all's help on. Who didn't know that peanuts came in a shell? Come on now. Come on. And Monique was in the live earlier. Monique told me what and I'm talking about Monique King, one of my faves. Monique told me what Surrey County looks like. So I think that she would be able to basically call where the video was filmed. So that's what we see is going on with Karen, y'all. In the next scene, we see Gizelle and her girls. And really, she just says to the girls, so as y'all know, me and your father, we're just friends. I've moved on. And the girls are sitting there looking at her like, bitch, I'm not about to entertain this shit on this camera for you. And I feel y'all, the twins, I love y'all because the twins just look so dry-faced about everything. And that's how I would be looking at my mama too if you was bringing my daddy on here for a storyline, acting like that was your man when everybody in the world knows that that's not your man. And that's another reason why I'm like, Gizelle, let this shit go, saying that Karen really hurt your girls. I don't think your girls gave a damn. This is the thing, y'all. Last video I talked to y'all, somebody was all like, oh, well, you know, Karen embarrassed the children by speaking about Jamal on TV. No, in my opinion, Gizelle embarrassed her children because we didn't know that Jamal was a cheater until she came on TV with the storyline. So while we thought Jamal was gone and she was dating Sherman and all these other men, Gizelle decided to bring Jamal back into the picture for a fake storyline. So y'all, that's all. That's all on Gizelle. Gizelle is hurt, but she's trying to put it on her kids. So I'm like, this Gizelle Karen beef is tired. So in this conversation with her daughter, she's talking about if she would ever get married again. She says that she doesn't want to get married again only because she never wants to depend on a man financially, and that she doesn't want the girls, whenever they grow up, to be worried about getting into relationships. She really just wants them to be on a pursuit of happiness. And I was like, that's really nice. I feel like most parents should want that for their children. Like, please, I really hate that people push relationships. Oh, you got a boyfriend. Oh, or you got a husband. And that's the thing, y'all. I've seen this TikTok and I never felt it any more real. You know, when are you getting married? When are you having kids? When are you doing this? Mind your business, okay? I hate when people do that. But I'm being hypocritical because don't we do the same thing to Robyn? When are you getting married? She ain't. She not, okay? So y'all, now we can move on to Candace and Chris. So Candace walks into the house and she has a slight attitude. I guess they're still beefing from the last time that they went to dinner, y'all. And Chris, he's so patient with Candace. So patient, so kind. But you know, she's triggered again because he says that he won't be at the photo shoot. It's just the way he said it was kind of asshole-ish. He was like, well, you can count me out. You don't have to count me as an extra in your photo shoot because I won't be there, or your video shoot. And of course, she was feeling away. Candace started crying. Chris was like, hey, don't start crying because you're going to make me start crying. And it was killing me, y'all, because the way that Candace she had a balled up tissue, but it wasn't in a perfect triangle. And I felt like she wasn't trying to use the tissue because it wasn't in a perfect triangle. Y'all tell me. But I was like, girl, if you don't use that balled up tissue and just wipe your eyes, she was really just trying to cry. So ultimately, Chris explains to Candace that it's not that he doesn't want to be there to support her, but he has to work. And if he could, then he would. So they go ahead and they hug it out. Now, y'all, we see a nice scene with Wendy and her family, y'all. And I have to say the first two to three episodes with Wendy, in my opinion, was extremely cringe. But now I feel like since someone has called Wendy out on, this whole facade, she's being a lot more personable. And this is exactly what I wanted from the beginning. This is what I wanted. I wanted to see Wendy back for another season. Wasn't mad that she got her body done. Everybody gets work after their first season. Everybody get new bundles. Everybody get new teeth after a first season. So I wasn't mad at that, but I did feel like Wendy was trying to put on a facade. And now I'm just really happy to see that she seems like, more real. So she's at the park with her family, and she's talking about how at work, she's a political commentator. She's been having to cover the trial of Derek Chauvin, and this is the guy who murdered George Floyd. So with so many things in the news, she feels the need to have a conversation with her sons about it. And I think that she should. I think that's an excellent idea. So she talks to Carter and Cruz. And I don't know if it was Carter or it was Cruz, but it was so sad. And he was just like, so what if I'm walking down the street? How do the police know that I'm not this or not? I'm not a bad guy. And when he said that, I was like, damn, it's an entire luxury to be a person who never has to have those conversations with their children. And it made me think like, damn, whenever I have children, I will have to have that conversation. And my nephews, they'll have to have that conversation. And let's not forget nieces too, Sandra Bland, so many other people. It's like, damn. So I'm happy that they showed that scene. I think it was a real scene. And the sweet little baby boy says, one day I want to be like Martin Luther King, and I want to change the world, and I want to make it to where, people don't automatically assume that Black people are bad or white people are bad. And I was like, that's so sweet. But that's also so innocent because this shit is systemic. I hate it. Okay. I could get deep on that shit, but I'm not going to get deep on that shit. But I'm very happy that they included that scene in the episode, y'all. So now we get a meetup from Karen and Ashley and Dylan. I had to put and Dylan in parentheses because y'all know Ashley cannot leave the house without her babies because Michael is not about to be daddy daycare. So really, Karen ends up telling Ashley about how, before Williamsburg or before you got there, Gizelle was terrorizing Wendy for about 2 days. And when Karen said that, I was like, Karen, come on. Yes, Gizelle was reaching. Gizelle was lightweight coming for Wendy, but at the same time, I don't think any of that shit would have popped off if Ashley didn't bring her wide forehead ass. Because that's one thing we can say. We can say wide forehead, but I'm not going to come for somebody's body 4 weeks after they had a baby. If Ashley didn't bring her wide forehead ass down there, that wouldn't have happened. So I didn't like how in that scene, Karen was like just focused on speaking on Gizelle. But that was her just biased. That was her being biased because Ashley is her friend and Gizelle is the ops, okay? So anyway, Ashley says, well, I really would like for you guys to make up because Gizelle is going through something. And basically what we get from this scene is that neither one of them want to be the bigger person. I think they both know some dumb shit. I think it's definitely a power structure that they're fighting over. And I really don't have time for it because I feel like there are more entertaining storylines going on besides Gizelle and Karen. I thought I heard somebody at my front door. Who's that in the window? I said, what? Okay. So yeah, way more entertaining things going on, and I really don't give a damn at all. And it seems like none of y'all actually give a damn at all. Come on, okay? So let's move on, y'all. We get to see Robyn and her life coach or storyline or both. Who knows? But like I said, y'all, the last video, I appreciated Robyn speaking about the difference between a life coach and a therapist. I started therapy, but then I was like, I don't know if this is for me. I probably need a life coach. But y'all, I'm not staying in bed all day. I'm actually doing a lot. And this is me giving y'all like personal stuff to my life. I am what they call it? I have functional anxiety. I always have to be doing something or literally nothing at all. It's like one or the other, y'all. I'm honestly shocked that I've been on YouTube for this long. Okay, because the way I'm set up, I be here and I don't be here, but I'm here. So I need a life coach, and I feel you on that, Robyn. But back to this show, y'all. Robyn, y'all. Life coach storyline. The things that they talk about. She talks about her business. She talks about how she has a mistrust for people because of a friend of hers stealing all their money in the past. We talked about this for a long time. That's not to say that this isn't still affecting Robyn. It's just to say that we heard it all before. We heard it before. That's all I'm saying. So then she talks to a life coach about what she has going on, basically her kids and her fiance. Life coach says, "Ooh, fiance. So are you wedding planning?" And Robyn absolutely just says, "No, I'm not thinking about wedding planning at all." And just the way she said it, it was very much given like, "No, I'm not getting married. That's my fiance. No, I'm not getting married." And I don't even know if she used the pandemic as an excuse. I just don't think that she's getting married. I think that her and Juan's relationship is not in the place that she wants it to be in. She said that she lifted Juan and supported him, but she's looking for the same in return. And they show a flashback of whenever Juan was looking for jobs. And I was like, damn, that is true. And you should get that, Robyn. I don't know, y'all. I just feel like it's an elephant in the room. I don't think that the relationship is giving what they think it's giving or what they think they're giving us. Y'all get what I'm saying? Let's move on to the goddess party. So now it's time for the goddess party. Everybody shows up. I'm assuming that the attire given was definitely supposed to be floral or white because the women show up either wearing all white and floral. And the two outfits of the evening, the best dressed, definitely have to go to Wendy and Estila. They both look like some African goddesses. It was beautiful. So they show up to the Mess Fest. Let's call it the Mess Fest. And Ashley, of course, brings her baby again. And Karen is sitting down and she says, "How many mothers does it take to get the baby across the water?" So it's like, dang, Ashley, I don't know. I guess her baby is young. She really can't leave her baby home during these events. The other thing I am going to say is we never hear her baby crying. So I guess it's not an issue that her baby comes to all the events. She also makes it a point to breastfeed at every single place that she can, which I don't have a problem with mothers breastfeeding in public, but I feel like people try to get onto a wave and attach themselves to it. For example, like Free the Nipple. Do y'all remember Free the Nipple was like this short-term wave? I don't know the backstory behind it, but maybe there's a backstory. But I feel like years ago, plenty of women tried to attach themselves to the Free the Nipple movement so they could go places with their nipples out. And then they would also say like, oh, it has to do with breast cancer. Or the women who would say like the I love booby stuff. People try to attach themselves to a trend because they like, they like the attention. These days, people just want to be woke. So I feel like that's why Ashley makes it a point to breastfeed in every single scene. Comment below, okay? So anyway, Candace and her wig, y'all. Was y'all feeling Candace wig? I didn't care for it at all. Ashley was sure to be shady in her confessional, talking about Candace storing away nuts in her cheeks like a squirrel. And when she said that, I couldn't unsee it because that was not the wig for her. I didn't like it, but whatever. I also feel like Candace, y'all, I was paying attention to Candace Harrison's last episode. Okay, when a Black girl needs her hair done, there's so many phases you go through. You rock the turban with a full face of makeup and it looks real cute. If you got a little bit of natural hair, you rock the puff like me until I get my hair braided. Or what you do is you go get you a headband wig where you don't have to lay the lace. Or you get a full wig where you don't have to lay the lace. And I feel like Candace was getting closer to that hair appointment. She was just trying to find a way to make something shake. So instead of wearing a turban to the goddess party, because at this point we've seen the turban in 2 episodes, she was like, girl, I'm about to throw this full wig on my head where I don't have to worry about laying no lace until I go and get my hair done. So I think that's what it was. So yeah, I didn't care for it. Now, y'all, at this goddess party, where are we at? Oh, the other person I want to talk about was Robyn, y'all. Robyn's dress was cute. Let me know what y'all thought. I think her dress was cute, but her dress was giving tea party. It was so many different styles, and I wish that we had an idea of what the style was supposed to be. What's the attire? So now, y'all, everybody sits down, and Candace starts talking about this photo shoot. I can't remember if it was Robyn or Gizelle or both, and they talk about Candace's, what is it called? Not photo shoot, video shoot. Okay. And Candace says, everybody's invited. They said, well, even Ashley. And she says, no, Ashley's not invited. And I'm like, why would y'all even put her on the spot like that? Ashley and Candace will not be friends. Stop trying to make fetch happen. They won't be friends. And it is what it is. So next, Mia decides to be camp counselor of the summer and says, I want everyone to go around the room, and I just want you to say what you love about each other. So I did take a couple notes of, the best conversations. So Ashley decides to be the bigger person. She goes first and she starts talking about Candace. She says that she respects Candace's determination as an artist. And I think that, Ashley was very honest when she said it. It didn't seem like she was being shady or anything. In response to what Ashley says, Candace ends up saying that she respects Ashley's motherhood journey. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Anytime Candace thinks about Ashley, talks about Ashley, it's in reference to her motherhood. And what Sally says of Susie says more of Sally than it does of Susie. So what is going on internally with Candace? That's the point I'm trying to make, y'all, okay? So Robyn says that she appreciates Wendy's passion for her family. I just don't even have time to entertain Robyn having beef with anybody at all. So it is what it is. She's being shady because she definitely got cussed the fuck out down in Williamsburg over Wendy and her man. And I was here for it. Okay. So anyway, now we get into Gizelle versus Wendy versus Karen. Everybody's sitting down. Now we get to Gizelle. Gizelle, what do you have to say about Karen? Gizelle says, everybody knows that I can't stand Karen, so I have nothing to say. And, honestly, I'm not mad at you, Gizelle. I honestly respect your honesty. I would have been more upset, and I definitely would have went in on you if you would have made up a lie. So good for you. Then she starts talking about Wendy, and she says that she was honestly defending Eddie when it comes to the whole situation with the rumor. That's where I have to call bullshit. It's funny to me that Gizelle is saying that she was defending Eddie when nobody was having conversations about what Eddie was doing until she brought the shit on the show. So it's like, what are you talking about? And then just the way that Gizelle felt like Wendy had to come to her first for a conversation. Wow, y'all, my MacBook was not charging this whole time, but we good. So anyway, I'm like, the audacity. Gizelle says, well, you're obviously still mad, Wendy, because you haven't contacted me. And Wendy says, and you haven't contacted me. And when Wendy said that, I was like, good. Keep that same energy, because why is it that somebody has to come to you, Gizelle? So whatever, y'all. Candace started speaking about this situation with the binder from the reunion, because Gizelle swears up and down that Karen has basically took her family down, that her family is hurt by the rumors that Karen brought on the reunion and that Monique brought on the reunion. The rumor was that Jamal had been texting or talking to another woman for months, right? And also, I think Karen asked if the relationship was real. So anyway, Gizelle claims it hurt her and the family. That's a damn lie. It hurt Gizelle. And Candace said, well, did you know about that? And Gizelle says, yeah, I knew about it before we got to the reunion. That wasn't new for me. Then what's the beef for, basically? And Candace says, well, how did you feel about it? And Gizelle says, well, it hurt me. And Candace says, really? And that's whenever Gizelle gets a damn cookie for expressing hurt. Y'all, women, I think y'all need to realize the difference between expressing hurt and the difference between displaying hurt in order to weaponize your hurt against Candace. I mean, not Candace, Karen. That's what she's doing, y'all. If Gizelle was, I don't think Gizelle was actually hurt, y'all. That wasn't your man to be hurt over. Y'all tell me in the comments. That was not your man to be hurt over. If Gizelle was hurt over anything, I think it was a simple fact that she was embarrassed that the gig was up. And that's it. Anisha, she says, Gizelle is stuck on that black first lady, you need to come and cater to me crap. That is what she's on. But I'm like, really? Candace said, oh my gosh, she's sharing her emotions. Oh my gosh. No, she's trying to make Karen look bad. Y'all got to be smarter than that. Come on now. So Karen apologizes to Gizelle's children. She said, I definitely understand where you're coming from when it comes to children, so I want to apologize to your children. So all of a sudden, Gizelle goes from being hurt to being, who the F are you apologizing to? Because if you're apologizing to me, you're not even looking at me. And that's where my apology would never resurface. Okay? Because you immediately turned into a bitch right after you were supposedly hurt. So I'm like, girl, Karen knew what she was doing though, because these two women play chess. Karen kept calm and she ends up saying, okay, looks her in the eyes. Well, I apologize to you and your children, Gizelle. Everybody starts clapping and Gizelle says that she'll accept a clean slate. When it got time to for Gizelle to apologize, I thought it was funny that Robyn saved Gizelle from apologizing. And instead of allowing Gizelle to apologize just so they could both be even, Robyn ends up saying, can we just do a clean slate? No. Karen apologized. Gizelle needs to apologize. I definitely think the shit was stupid. But if one of them apologized, the other one should have apologized. And that's just that, y'all. I'm like, ugh, okay? Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. And then I have to get off because my Real Housewives of Salt Lake City video will be premiering. I had some technical difficulties. I don't know what's been going on, y'all. Yesterday, I was filming for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Somebody was cutting grass literally right by my window after I went live. I tried to hold on, couldn't even focus, didn't record the video. I had to go on about my day, y'all. I don't think anything that exciting happened, but if y'all still want to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, let me know. Anyway, y'all, uploaded Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and it didn't even upload on time, but it's supposed to premiere, I think, at 7:10. So y'all check that out if y'all haven't. Let me see what y'all talking about. So CC says, did you see Rob doing bouncing squats next to the goddess table? She is a real hard 40 if she can't sit crisscross without getting a cramp. That is funny. Adrian Robinson says Gizelle wasn't hurt. She was embarrassed. Monique was reading her business on national TV. I agree with you 100%, Adrian. That's exactly what I was thinking too. She was embarrassed that the gig was up. Okay. And Cake Cakes, don't worry. Watch the playback. And of course, you can watch Salt Lake City. Saki says, see, they need a real chick from the hood to cuss, not curse. Cuss. Gizelle moved this. Gizelle's smooth the heck out. Yeah, I feel y'all on that. Adrian says, yeah, we got to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville and Maurice being silent when Kimmy was getting dragged as a side chick. I feel you on that. Okay, we definitely gonna do that, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna go live. Well, this was live, okay? And then I have a premiere for Real Housewives of Potomac. And then I'll get back online after that. And I'm not going to review the entire episode for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Maybe I will, but I just feel like Love and Marriage Huntsville wasn't really giving besides the pool scene. But we can definitely talk about that. So, like I said, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Be sure to like the video up before you leave. Comment below, share the video on Twitter, all that good stuff. Be sure to subscribe on the way to 10,000 subscribers. And I will see y'all in the next video, the very next one. Notification bell, go to my page. Bye.